Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back. We've got another first-time buyer market update here for Southern California. Today, we are going to be talking about inventory levels and where we are compared to last year, and also what I think is going to happen. And I've got a question for you that only you can help me answer. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get into it. Let's get it going. My name is Stephen Mead with Domicile Real Estate, where we are on a mission to help California's renters become homeowners. And this is our Southern California first-time buyer market update. And I think really the theme this year is it's not imaginary. There are a lot more homes for sale, but I'm curious what that is actually translating to in the marketplace. So we've got some stats. We're going to go ahead and go through them. And then I've got a question for you at the end. So definitely stay tuned on that one. And let's get it going. So if you take a look here, going back at our price levels, right? Well, a couple of things to remember about this. I repeat this every few episodes. This is what's called the first quartile price. So the median price is halfway between the most expensive and the least expensive home. The first quartile is halfway between the cheapest and the middle. And really, that's meant to approximate an entry-level home, because one of the things we've noticed in our market area, Los Angeles and Orange counties, is that there is a marked difference in market dynamics at the entry-level end of the market. And so we've kind of come up with what we think is a good proxy for that, right? An entry-level home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family in that first quartile, and then the entry-level condo, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, again, in that first quartile. And what do we see on prices? Like, the reality is the prices at the entry-level single-family home have been steady. The prices at the condo end have actually been, you'll notice there's a little bit of a downward trend, probably from about the middle of May, maybe June of this year. It hasn't been huge, it hasn't been dramatic, but it's definitely been there a little bit. And I think there's really an opportunity for people. I've said it a couple times before. If you are someone who really wants a single family home, but it's really hard to make that affordability, condos are really on sale right now. There might be an opportunity there for you. If we go ahead and look at what that payment looks like, and again, we attempt to calculate this based on prevailing interest rates, based on 5% down, which I think is a very realistic entry-level home buyer budget. Include the mortgage insurance, include the taxes. In the case of the condo, we include an HOA figure. And what do we get at? We get at $6,438 on that entry-level single-family home, and we end up at $4,800 on that entry-level condo. And so if we take a look, what does that equate to in terms of qualifying, right? What is the minimum amount of household income that you need? Now, clearly your situation is unique. Maybe you have some student debt, maybe a car payment, maybe you have more money to put down. But this is really just to give kind of a bit of a baseline and some comparison. We're at just under $160,000 for that entry-level single-family home, and we are just a little over $117,000 for that entry-level condo. Again, this is household income, so whether that's one person, 2 income earners, really doesn't make a difference how you come up with that money, but this is the minimum amount of income needed in that household to afford these items. And if we look at our absorption rate, right, this is a stat that we use to really take a very basic calculation of how fast are the homes flying off the shelves versus how fast they're coming onto the market, right? So whenever we see figures in the 80s like this, in the 80 percentile range, what that really means, is you've got a market that is pretty active. It's a market that is going to be pretty brisk. But one of the things I'm finding, and something I'm going to talk about here in a second when we go over these inventory figures, is I think there might be something a little misleading. And so moving into this total inventory, let's really take a look at where we are. So as of right now, this week, on our entry-level single-family home, we have just under 2,000 active units in LA and Orange counties. And that's versus about 1,500 last year. So that is about a 30% increase, right, over last year. That's pretty sizable. And then if we look at our condo figure, that's really a little bit more pronounced. We're maybe at about, 1,050, and we're at about 1,550 houses available. That really is almost a 50% increase over where we were at last year. Now, something I'm going to ask of you, because I'm going to tell you whenever the data I'm seeing doesn't match an anecdotal experience, I think to myself, what are we not capturing? And I think the thing we're not capturing here is which houses are staying on the market. And so are these all viable inventory, right? Now, clearly, if you've got a market of great looking, attractive houses and they're all sitting, that's a sign of lower demand. But if you've got a situation where you've got higher inventory, but maybe a lower percentage of that inventory is considered desirable, that's really a different scenario. And we're really seeing that out in the marketplace anecdotally. That is a huge difference between the homes that people want and sort of the average house. It turns out the average house has slackening demand, and the top 10% of houses have enhanced demand. That's what it feels like out there. But I'm curious to hear from you. So put down in the comments, let me know what your perception is out there of the quality of the inventory in the marketplace, something this graph does not tell us. Now, if we look at our 14-day still active percent, right, this is a measurement, another measurement of level of competition, and higher level actually means a less competitive market. But seeing that how this is, I think we're still including Thanksgiving in these stats. That kind of does throw things off just a little bit on these market stats. So we really need another 2 weeks to figure that out. And then finally, if we take a look at our week supply of homes, right, this basically takes a demand measurement and measures it against sort of the rate that homes are actually going off the market. So it's a relative inventory figure. So it's not an absolute amount of inventory. It is how many weeks would we have if nothing new came on the market? We just continued to sell them off. You'll notice that those entry-level single-family homes, we have crested 10 weeks, a number we have not seen in the last 12 months. And then you'll also see that we are almost at 15 weeks for a condo. I will tell you what this graph tells me is that this is a particularly good week to be a home buyer, right? If you are thinking of where is that shift in market dynamics, I would say this graph is the one that tells me week to week speaking, this is a great time to be a home buyer in the marketplace, especially for condos, but even on that single family end, especially if you are willing to look at those homes that maybe have been overlooked by other people. So what I really want to see from you guys is let me know anecdotally, what is your perceptions out there as a buyer? Is it really an enhanced inventory environment, or are you seeing less of the homes that you want to buy, even though there might be more homes overall in the marketplace? I'm curious to hear your take. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And questions, comments, we love them. And of course, if you or someone you know should be a homeowner, would like to be a homeowner, deserves to be a homeowner, absolutely reach out to us. We can help you generate a plan, execute on that plan, and help you realize your dreams of becoming a homeowner. Definitely reach out to us. We will see you again real soon.